What's up, everybody? Good morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate you coming in and saying how do you do. Thank you for coming in on this fine Sunday morning. As you can see, I have Paula and Eric up with me today. And you know what Sunday is? Sunday, we just generally chit chat, talk about a number of different things, and do what we can to get as off topic as we possibly can. I'm going to adjust something real fast because I just noticed that my format is wonky. And there we go. Okay. Sorry about them last minute adjustments. I've been trying to change a couple things. So, good morning, Paula.
I'm thinking she's AFK.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. No,
I went to get coffee.
I was looking at something. Sorry. Nope.
It's all good. How you doing?
I am fine. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I wanted to follow up with you. How did your eye appointment go? I never did ask you about that.
Well, it went okay. I mean, so the ophthalmologist that I saw, he's super like on he's conservative with his treatment. I'm trying to be nice.
I got you.
So he's kind of left it up to my endocrinologist what he does, but I'm having surgery on the 10th. Not on my eyes because,
Oh, that would be your thyroid, right?
That would be my thyroid.
Yeah.
So any treatment of my eyes, we're kind of putting off a little bit until we see how the surgery affects.
That makes total sense because
disease. Yeah,
you got to get your chemicals all in balance again before, because your eyes can deteriorate still.
Yep.
Or get better.
That's
right.
Yep.
You collect tokens, Paula?
I do. I collect any exonumia.
Do you like that?
I do.
All right.
No, I don't even know what it is, but
it's a fun show token.
Oh yeah, yes, absolutely, absolutely. Those are the ones that I'm used to seeing.
And then I got that
for the nice. I love that. For the fun show and the A&A shows. Yeah. So I like them a lot.
I don't collect it. I might have a few more of those sitting around. If I do, I'll send them to you because they just take room up for things that I
will love them. I will love them.
Hey, do you see this?
What?
Oh, no, you don't see it. I'm holding your envelope that's going out today.
My envelope?
Your envelope.
For what?
For your B-Day stuff.
For my what?
For your B-Day stuff.
Oh.
Did you get her a numismatic oven mitt?
I have to do that.
No, I went to the Alamo and I rolled some cents for her.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. You said that. I remember.
Yeah.
That was sweet. Excellent.
I just have been busy and I have like 5 things that I have to send people. And unfortunately, I've been to the post office 3 times and every time I get there, I'm like, ah!
It's either on the table or on the
bring your package. So I'm putting them in the car today and I'm going to go and get those done. Frostbyte, we all have B-days also. Oh man, I'm always, it is what it is.
I don't have birthdays anymore.
I do. They get more painful every year.
Well, you know what's funny? For whatever reason, don't ask me what started it or whatever, but for the past few months, every time I get up in the morning, the first thing my 2 littlest grandchildren say to me is happy birthday every morning. Every single morning.
Interesting.
I'm like, stop that.
Just think you'd be 150 by now if that was true.
I know. I don't, and I have no clue what started it. Yeah, it's pretty odd.
Sturika, I have not been to the basement in the Alamo. That is funny though. I did pick up a couple new pieces of tech, and I'm going to be doing a video from there. I'm actually going to be doing the video there in the Riverwalk, specifically around Texas-based coinage. So keep an eye out for that.
Nice.
So what about you, Eric? You said you got some stuff going on today.
Yeah, I got grandkids coming over to swim. Sunny, hot day out.
Aww.
And they're going to come swim. My daughter and her husband are coming. So we're going to grill some burgers and dogs and eat some potato salad and stuff like that. So I'll probably be bailing out of here in about an hour from now.
No worries.
But
I can promise
that,
you we'll maintain the inability to stay on topic.
Yeah, it depends on how much my wife could. She's chopping cucumbers and making pasta salad and stuff like that right now.
Oh, you know what?
So it really depends on how much she gets done.
As soon as you said that, you know what went through my head?
No.
Chopping broccoli.
Exactly. Chopping broccoli. Hey.
Chopping broccoli.
I
Then
love
got a
that
reveal
skit.
on a 51S roll this evening.
51S
today.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, so
So I just gifted 5 memberships. Siren, Wendy, Jack Gallman, Jeff Davis, and Gypsy. All of those are courtesy of Robert Pintoff. Robert Pintoff gifted 50 memberships for me to give away periodically and random. So I've given away 10 today just as a kind of a, hey, happy day. Hope you guys enjoy yourself. So hopefully you're one of the 10 that have gotten those. But anyway, that is a huge shout out to Mr. Robert Pintoff. So thank you for the support, Robert. I definitely appreciate you.
Oh, and I got my cherry pickers guides. I can't believe I bought books. Even my wife she goes, what's that? I says, oh, it's a couple books. Figured that I should get.
Morning, Joe.
And she's like, really?
Morning, Farm Dog. Are you not a book person?
I am, but I've lost books. I had a flood in Michigan, and I had probably at the time well over 100 numismatic books.
Oh.
And they all turned into paper mache type stuff. So I never bought many books. I've got like 5 or 6 books here now. And it's because people either give them to me. I don't buy them. People give them to me. So, and they're real obscure books. I don't even have them handy to tell you what they are. One is Strike It Rich with Pocket Change. That's not obscure. But Brian gave me 2 other little pamphlet type books that were written in the early 70s. I think one of them is about BIE cents. And they used to actually have a club, and they used to actually be collectible back in the late 60s, early 70s.
Man, I don't know that I would want to be a part of a buy club.
You know, the guy that there's a numismatic portal. There is a guy that does a talk about him, and he was like really huge into it. And he explains, that they're not popular now, but they at one point in the 60s, people went out of their way to get them. It was kind of like lucky coins. They collected them whether they had them or not.
Mm-hmm.
No, it didn't go right over my head, Eric. I just that's why the long pause. I just figured that it was PG, and I didn't want to propagate the banter. Actually, I did want to propagate the banter, but
I was like, yes, you did. Just not today. It's early Sunday morning. Hey, Farm Dog, I don't know if you saw Joe's message, but he's going to reach out to you later on. He'll send you an email. Oh, Joe just came over to the other chat. Okay. So expect an email from Mr. Joe McBride, Farm Dog. Well, cool beans. So what do you got going on today, Paula? Anything fun?
Nope. I went to the movies with my little with my 5-year-old and 10-year-old grandkids yesterday, and today I'm
That's
just
always
gonna sit
fun.
and do nothing.
What did you go see?
Yeah. So we went and saw Harold and the Purple Crayon, and it's really cute.
I can tell you I've never seen that.
I recommend it for littles. It's really cute. I went the other day by myself and saw Alien. Romulus.
Alien. Is that good for the littles too?
No. And
The old
actually, this one
Alien?
was kind of crappy for all ages. I was pretty disappointed with it, but yeah, it wasn't my one of my favorites of the Alien franchise.
Yeah, I believe this fella Farm Dog was the guy that wrote those books. The one. So if you ever want to see some good old A&A talks, like from the 70s, stuff like that, that Numismatic posts them on periodic.
Yes, they have a really great one that talks about the old like Aeroramas and
the one with Fred Weinberg.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's a good one. I think even Alan Herbert's in the audience and everything.
He's got Alan Herbert's got two. There's 2 videos of Alan Herbert talking.
Is there?
Yes.
I need to go watch that, but yeah.
So you can see some of the legends that are, long past. You want to see some of the stuff. And then it's amazing when you watch some of that stuff, just how much stuff has changed.
Yeah.
It sure has.
I just saw something in chat.
Hasn't changed is the passion.
I just saw something in chat that says the the Great Collections auctions are ending today. Thanks, Invisible River Ranch. I went ahead and put that link in there. They have some really cool stuff in there. So if you're interested in doing that, please.
Just for reference, Great Collections ends every Sunday. They don't end any other day. So every Sunday, you check every week. Check Monday morning. The new auctions will be up for it's like 3 weeks. So they do start auctioning. They'll start putting stuff up 3 weeks late, in the future, the following Monday. But next Sunday, they'll have everything up, getting bids already. So it's always Sunday. I think it starts around 5 o'clock Eastern. They start closing.
Very cool. I'm looking at all the 1873 stuff. They got some looking for an open 3. Try to find an upgrade for mine. Cool. I'll have to go check that out. They run auctions every week, right? They just close on
every week. Yeah, every Sunday night the auctions are ending.
Very cool.
It's 4 weeks in advance. All right. I know that when you start getting 3 weeks out, there might only be I look at the Lincoln Sense, there might only be like 10 or 15 listed for 3 weeks out. Invisible
says it's up to 4 weeks in advance.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. I just know that they just don't put them up for a week. They start, they accumulate over the last 2 weeks real fast.
Yeah, I've never bought anything from Great Collections, so I don't usually go there.
I bought a couple good things and a couple junky things. I mean, I bought this one nickel right here, and it literally cost me more to ship it than I paid $1 for it. And this is a coin you don't want to get slabbed.
No.
Just so you know.
We just had
Chris G. Good morning.
Come up in one of the coin groups on Facebook about.
Yeah, so this is a good example.
Somebody said, why would they posted like a common date nickel or something, and said, why would anybody even have that slabbed? And of course I piped up and with some smart aleck remark and said, well, probably because some knucklehead in one of the Facebook coin groups told him to.
I mean, this is a beautiful RPM.
No, it is.
It's just, it would have probably commanded $10 out of the holder.
Yeah, but make sure you're really paying attention and ask questions. right? If you have
Just
to, if
and
you,
please don't tell people to have coins graded.
yeah,
I
especially if you
mean,
don't know
just
what the value of the coin is worth.
In the Facebook group, sometimes I understand it because that's the only answer that the person is looking to get.
after a while, I'll even say it.
Yeah, I mean, you start listening to them go back and forth, and they're like, "No, yeah, but," and it's just like, "Yeah, you should just go ahead and do it."
Yeah, after a while, that's what. Yeah, when they argue and argue and argue and argue, I'll go. You know what? Just send it in.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah,
They never
let them tell you.
Sometimes it's it has to hurt them for them to learn, and sometimes the best way to hurt them is through their pocketbook.
That's always the best way to hurt anybody.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it is very unfortunate.
And that's why I don't participate in many groups. I mean, I do. If I see a legitimate question, I'll try to leave a legitimate answer. But most of it is people wanting to get rich quick.
Jack Young, that's what I was looking at when you said good morning this morning. I don't even know what Facebook, I'm not even in this Facebook group, but Jack Young, looks like it's, I don't know, CoinCube trading a group by somebody. He tagged me in this group of this 1844 half cent. Well, to my knowledge, the only 1844 half cents are proofs, and there's very, very few of them that were minted. And this guy's got this one that's just this raw one sitting out, and said, "Oh my,
Well, that's
I'm selling this for a friend, right?" And then somebody said, "Get this graded." And Jack Young tagged me and he said, "Paula, is this good advice?" So I said, "If it was real," I automatically have to question its authenticity when it is a. Let's see. Let me look this up real quick. 1844 braided hair half cent. So these have a mintage of 16.
Yeah, that's a flag.
Yeah, I automatically have to question its authenticity. So
that's like the people that say they got an 1856 Flying Eagle cent.
Well, and yeah,
they exist. I mean,
they do exist, right? But this guy, like, why would your friend give you a coin like that to sell, and if you don't even know what it's worth? Why would he trust you with it? Like,
right.
You obviously don't even have enough knowledge to know.
It's because that guy's tried to sell it and got blown out of the water.
Yeah, no, what he's doing is he's fishing for people who don't know it. Well, and here he got two replies in there. One person said, decent half cent, pretty common date, should be able to sell it for $50 to $75.
Nice. Good. Yeah. All right. I get it. Or else you see the PM.
So that's the kind of advice he's getting. So that's the kind of person he's looking for to sell it to.
Yeah. Yep.
Someone who's going to give him advice or give him an answer, and so he knows right now that guy who gave him that answer doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So he's already got a sucker in that group.
And most of the groups have an abundance of those.
I mean, I don't know that kind of stuff off the top of my head, but no. I just go to PCGS, CoinFacts. Like, I do know that there's very few dates, braided hair. There's very few braided hair half cents, business strike dates.
Heck, I think if you type that in, Wikipedia would have good information on it.
Yeah. I mean, it's something that's, you can look that stuff up. So,
well, the thing is a lot of that stuff you can find pretty quickly, right? There's a lot of good resources for that kind of stuff.
Well, just type in 1844 half cent. because it says on the back, right on the back, what it
Yeah,
is.
proof only.
And it says right on the front what the date is. So you just type in 1844 half cent and you'll get all kinds of information that might be handy.
Tons of restrikes.
Yes, and even the restrikes, well, there's not tons.
Yeah, but
True
some of the
restrike.
restrikes, you're right, are valuable.
True restrikes, right. And there's also a bunch for sale on Etsy.
Yeah, that
I'm
tells
sure.
you that right there.
Well, yeah, or if the other one that a lot of people get information from is whenever you Google something on coins, you get that one hobby shop that always populates.
Yeah.
What's the name of that thing? Good grief. I just had it in my head. Hold on just a sec.
Hobby shop?
Yeah, it's hold on. It always pops up whenever you search Google. Oh, hold on. I got to be actually in Google. I hate when.
You talking about Temu?
No.
Oh. Good morning, everybody.
It always comes up. It's that.
Tip for now.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
I want it to come up. It's not coming up. It's the hobby shop that always comes up. That everybody.
Hobby shop. Hobby Lobby.
No.
It's the hobby shop. You know. The hobby shop.
Oh, for heaven's sake! Why does it not come across now when I'm looking
Wish,
for it?
Etsy, Temu, Alibaba, AliExpress.
It's not. No, it's not one of the scam sites. It's a like collector's.
It's a hobby shop.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
Mercari.
As soon as I say it, you'll know exactly what it is. Hold on.
I don't know.
I don't know why the hell it's not showing up. It always comes up on me. It's driving me insane. Spruce Crafts.
Spruce Crafts. Oh, for crying out loud! Yeah, don't look up information on Spruce Crafts.
Yeah.
But there are worse ones because Spruce Crafts at least has some accurate information.
Yeah, but that's another one that a lot of people said. Well, I was on Spruce Crafts and they said that I could do this, and I'm like, ugh.
Mm-hmm.
It's a craft shop. It's a hobby shop, folks. Yeah, no. Especially when it comes to like cleaning things, and it's like, hey, Chihuahua.
Hey, Chihuahua. Boy,
it's a Mexican coin shop.
It's a Mexican. It's called Ay Chihuahua.
Ay Chihuahua.
That in COD We Trust thing is certainly blowing up the coin shops. They're getting bombarded with those things.
Oh, yeah. I don't understand. I guess I do. It's a FOMO type response, right?
What in COD We Trust? No, it's just I watched a TikTok video that was completely wrong, and now I think there's that coin is an error.
I would love to see an in COD We Trust.
It's 100%
with a fish on it.
Yeah, right. That would be funny. Ink with a hook, like
hook, line, and sinker.
It has absolutely nothing to do with anything other than it is the font they used on God. That's all.
The Costco by me had 10-ounce silver bars for $219.
They had gold ones when I went yesterday because I go get movie gift cards, and I use those instead of because you get $50 in movie
for $25 or something like that.
For 40, but
Yeah.
$39.99. But it's still, I got $100 worth and I saved 20 bucks. So.
Yaxav, no, you have to buy like silver. It's only 10-ounce bars when they have them, and gold it's only 1 ounce.
No, I would have bought that. If my Costco would have been offering that, I probably would have bought one yesterday.
And they let you use a credit card.
Will not buy. I refuse to buy coins or precious metals with the credit card.
Yeah, but they.
I agree, Paula.
For $219, I agree too. For $219, I mean, not many people walk in there with $1,200 to buy silver, but you can only buy 5, even the gold.
I just would have bought one.
Yeah.
I just would have bought one.
But I didn't buy none. I mean, I probably should have, but I didn't. When I saw them, I was like,
well, my wife and I have been working really hard to get out of debt. That's the last thing I need to do is put something like that on my credit card
to go. Yeah.
And then end up paying on it for 6 months and then end up paying $25 over spot price.
I got mine for
no, that's always a bad idea,
that's
folks.
Odd, isn't it? Or is that might
The thing about
under.
Costco is they'll basically sell them for a couple dollars more than they bought them for. So even if they're spotting at $2,500, they'll still be 24 whatever.
It's all volume.
Yeah.
They're making their money on volume.
They're $5 off of it or whatever.
Saw that yesterday when we were talking with the stacking server.
That's right, Red Silver. That's actually what I do. Is I get a cash back card and you save even more money as long as you're paying it off every month.
Well, that's the problem. Not everybody has the discipline to pay it off, and a lot of people have the intent to do so. It just doesn't happen. So you've got to be very careful. I will never, ever, ever suggest anybody utilize a credit card to buy silver, gold, numismatic.
The better thing is just don't go into debt to buy it.
That's true. I should start doing that more because I do have the Costco credit card now and I get the cash back. And so I should start just buying everything with that and then just coming home and paying it off.
That's what I do with my Sam's Club and BJ's.
Yeah,
and all that.
I don't know why I didn't think about that because I'm not as smart as you guys. You guys are just a lot smarter than me.
Well, the problem is it's, and again, right? The way to hell is paved with good intentions. There's a lot of people who they plan to do that, and then something happens. Like yesterday, Bifrost, we got a notification that the computer that we bought her for school doesn't allow for the security software, so we had to drop another $1,200 to get her a new computer for the one that would actually meet the school's requirement. If I would have bought gold and then not known that this other cost was going to happen, now I am not going to be able to come home and immediately pay that off because that money's going to go to something else. I only advise you doing that if you 100% know that if an emergency happens, you're covered. So I don't recommend it at all. Because
I don't think anybody
that stuff can go south on you really, really fast.
They always have the best intention in their mind.
Yep, but that's good. The way to hell is paid with good intention. Be very, very careful when doing that. The other thing is it's like, I'll pay it off in 6 months. Well, you pay it off in 6 months, spot price goes down, you're continuing to pay for it. Now you've paid 12% interest on a coin because, some places don't give you 12 months no interest or 18 months no interest. So you're paying 12% interest on that credit card. By the time it comes back, you're paying $7 over spot or what everybody else is for a coin that you bought that now has dropped in price. So just don't do it. I don't recommend it. If you can, go ahead. If you are 100% diehard in the wool, guaranteed that you will pay it off, no ifs, ands, or buts, do it. Now,
yeah, I know.
Oh, I would. If I would have thought about that yesterday, I totally would have done it because I definitely would have come home and just paid it off. I don't like having debt.
Speaking of silver,
I have debt.
What's up with everybody buying dimes, silver dimes? I was watching Silver Seeker's stream, and a friend of mine was the owner of one of the coin shops that was on it.
There's a couple
And,
different reasons.
I think a big reason, in my opinion, that from what I watch, is that a lot of people believe that those will be easier to trade.
right, a gallon of milk,
Yeah.
gallon
That's
of,
exactly right.
stuff like
Yep.
that.
It's for
But I know
the
that
it's for the what they call the SHTF preppers,
Yeah.
right? That's why people are collecting them, because anything fractional. And the recommendation in the community, if you're a stacker, the recommendation, exactly invisible,
Right.
is
Mhm.
that it is a recognized form of money. People know what it is. People know its general value. And while that value may change, it's not like I take a silver bar. Okay, I take this silver bar. I know what it is, but you might not. So you may
Right.
not know how much to cut off. You may not know how much it is to, if I'm spending $30, how much of this do I cut off? Right.
Right.
And so silver quarters, silver dimes, half dollars, things of that nature,
Well,
call,
that was it. I
call
mean,
dollars, all of that stuff. The constitutional is really good because it's recognizable as a form of money and it's good for trade and barter.
even my local coin shop, I went in there to see what was going on, and I asked him, and he said that he basically said that he has sold $3,000 in dimes, and halves and quarters were not really selling. He said it's like there's a rush, and that's what Robbie said, was there was a rush on dimes, where they can't keep them in stock. So I was just wondering if anybody had any information on, besides I know about the gallon of gas. I mean, I actually keep dimes. I've kept dimes for 25 years. Not for that reason. It's just because they're easy to store, and I had a lot of dimes, and they used to be very cheap to buy at spot prices.
So there was a question in the if you're on the vertical mode, you've seen it. If you're on the other one, you didn't. SKS Skifmarash, whatever it is. Please forgive me for massacring your name. How many people overextend themselves with credit card debt during auctions, and worse than that, overbid in value? A lot, right? You'll hear Paula, Eric, and I talk frequently about certain phrases that are used, or FOMO, which is the fear of missing out. A great example. Okay, matter of fact, I'm going to do this right now. We've got 30 viewers in the house. I'm going to give away an ounce of silver. I'm going to do it right now. But in order to do it, you have to completely leave the stream, refresh, and then come back in. Go. It's the only way you're going to have a chance. Completely leave the stream, come back in. That's the only way that you're going to have a chance to get this silver. Go now. Go. It's free. 1 ounce of silver. You got to go and come back. Do it. Let's go. I'm not seeing the numbers drop. You guys are not going to be eligible for it.
If I told you I did that, would you believe me?
I'm
No.
watching the numbers. The numbers aren't changing. I can actually check the concurrent view rate. I've actually got my data here. Nobody's leaving the stream because people understand what. There we go. People are starting to fall off. That is fear of missing out. If you don't do this right now, if you don't get on this deal, if you don't happen, you're not gonna have the opportunity to it. Now, there's some people that did it. There's some people that came back. Now, most of the people who went out and came back in know that I'm probably pretty serious about giving an ounce, and I am going to give an ounce of silver away later in the stream.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I left the stream I had open, and I opened up a new stream, and I entered that stream.
So you have 2 streams going right now?
I do.
Okay.
I just didn't leave. Let's just pretend I did, though.
Here's the point. I'm going to be giving away whether you did or whether you didn't. But the whole purpose for that is fear of missing out, right? And talking about that question, how many people overextend themselves or how many people overbid? A lot of people will use FOMO, FOMO, right? That fear of missing out in order to get people to do more or spend more. There's another statement that is often said is that people will spend more because they're supporting the channel. If they want to bid or overbid, that's fine. But if you talk that up,
that's different. Yeah.
You're perpetuating that.
Is one thing. Many people overbid because they really want something.
That's different. But
just be responsible bidding. I mean, you know what something is worth. So you bid 10% or 15% over if you really want it. I'm good with that. But when you start bidding 200 and 300% more than something's worth, it's not worth it.
There was
You're
a channel.
doing-
There was a channel that, and they're active, but they're no longer active. And you guys kind of know, Paula knows what I'm talking about.
I know.
She is.
That would sell a roll of Lincoln cents, or they would sell a bag of Indian head cents. Okay. And they would talk about how rare it is and how unsearched they are and how all this stuff is. And they would go through that, and they would sell for $90, $100, $120, $150. And okay, fine. If people want them, they do that, but they talk about how rare they are, and you'll never see these, and you can't find them. The problem with
History
that,
Channel between 3 and 5 in the morning.
the problem with that is if you really want it, then fine, go for it. But if you're talking that up and that's part of your strategy, you are utilizing that manipulative tactic. And it is manipulation. I don't give a crap
Sure.
who you think you are. It's manipulation. If you're utilizing that manipulative tactic, you are perpetuating a lie for your benefit. And that causes a lot of people. Frosty, I'm in portrait mode now and no way to get back. Oh, hold on just a second. I forgot to put the links in there. Let me fix that situation. People are perpetuating that, right? Now, one person I 100% admire is Seeker. Okay? You'll hear Seeker at the beginning of his show say, folks, you can buy any of this stuff cheaper at other places. If you're looking at getting a really solid, good deal, you might get it here, but most likely you're not going to. There are other places. I have them listed in the description. You can go to SD Bullion. You can go to wherever you can get a better price for this there. If you want to support the channel and you want to be a part of the auction and you want to have fun and you want to do that, just come do that. Then be free to hear. I got other deals and stuff that I'm going to give away. And some of the stuff that he does is actually a good deal, right? But he tells you straight up front, if you really want the best deal, this is not the place to be. I 100% stand by that. Because he has a lot of people that come and they still do it, but he will tell you point blank, this is not where you want to be.
With a lot of coins, getting the best deal, a lot of times it has nothing to do with what is the best deal. It's can you get what you want? The best deal, like Lincoln cent collectors. You just can't go to the coin shop and say, hey, I want to buy 250 BU rolls of Lincoln cents. Most of the time they don't have them. So you have to be in the right place at the right time. And that goes with any coins. Like we were talking about the dimes. If you want silver dimes, I hear they can be hard to find right now. I don't know because I haven't bought any. But I do know that from two sources, they say, yes, they're hard to find right now. People aren't selling them. They're still selling the quarters, half dollars, calls, dollars. But they're not selling Roosevelt dimes.
Sorry, I don't mean to be laughing. Red Silver is like, Frosty, you owe me. I watched 3 ads doing that FOMO thing.
Right.
I am going to be giving away an ounce of silver. But the purpose for that was just to kind of talk people. And Eric, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, perfect.
But again, it's one of those things that I want people to understand. When it comes to credit card, I say this because I've done it. I've been there. My wife and I recently, when we were going through some stuff, looking at trying to fine tune our finances and get some stuff together, when her and I came together, we talk finance rarely. We have a very specific way in which we structure stuff. I take care of certain things. She takes care of certain things. Our finances are never combined, but when we do something, we discuss what we're going to do. We put in for that. And then that's what we pick up. And that's what we buy. And I found, and she found, because we don't have those discussions and because we don't do that, we ended up both in a situation where we were like, how the hell did we spend so much money? Where did our money go? And when I look at it, the intent was, oh, I have to buy this computer monitor for work, or I'm setting something up for YouTube. I need to buy this new camera that I got, or I need to buy this. I'm going to pay it off as soon as it's done. And then, oh my God, we had to spend $4,000 on the vet. because my dog ate sago palm and almost died, right? So we had to make sure that we got her to the hospital and had to treat her and get her taken care of. And then she had to have liver medications. And then we found out that my other dog had bladder cancer. And so we had to try to figure out some stuff. And then we had issues with the cars. And then my son had a major issue that he was going through, and we had to deal and take care of that. And all of a sudden it was just like bam, 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 bam. All these little good intention things that we were trying to do outside of that separately, not communicating with each other, equated to a very large debt. So I very, very adamantly go against people utilizing credit card. Now, if you have something like an auto pay or something like that where you pay it off in full and you're paying your bills, I know people who are really good about putting their water, their sewage, their trash, their mortgage, all that stuff all gets paid on a credit card, and then their payment immediately pays that off. If you were good at that and you get airline miles and bonus points, then that's you. But I don't ever recommend it because I've been there, I've tried it, I've done it, I've failed. So I understand there's a lot of people that are like me, and I am not going to give anybody a recommendation that I myself have struggled to do. This is why when I talk about documenting your coins, documenting what it is, what's on your coin, what's the value of it, I don't reference myself. I always reference Tiger Stacker. I'm going to connect you to people that I know are good at something. Use them as the resource. Don't use me. So again, I will never recommend that. Okay. I will not do that because I don't want to see any of you ever get into a situation where you run into the opportunity to get into debt for this hobby. It is a hobby, folks. Okay. This is a thing that is an added bonus if you can do it. Food, water, bills, your children, your spouse, your significant other. All those things take precedent. Always make sure those things are taken care of before you buy silver, gold, palladium, platinum. You buy coins, you buy albums, anything like that. Make sure the essentials are always taken care of. I will never promote anything else. Now, if you have the other money and you want to do it and you want to have fun with it, then by all means, do it. I do, right? But do not put yourself in debt. Do not take care of coins or this hobby at sacrifice of your family or things of that nature. I will never, ever promote that. So I get on a rant about this because I've seen too many people put themselves in bad positions. So sorry to rant, but it's important to me. I do not want people going into debt over this hobby. Weldon Carey says, you see the same thing with knife obsession. Yeah, it's really easy to do. I mean, God, oh, look, shiny, pretty. Oh, check out, I spent too much money for this, but I really wanted it. It's a First Strike MS69 1991 ASE. I really wanted it. It's the green label PCGS. I wanted that particular one. Overspent, but it's okay. I had the money to do so. It didn't cost me anything. But again, if I would have bought the gold, I would have been screwed when it came time to having to buy my daughter's PC. So I just don't recommend it. Starika, it's an addiction. I can quit anytime I want to. I just don't want to. I get that.
Quitter. Don't be a quitter.
Don't be a quitter. Yeah, But here's the thing. I will tell you this. When it comes, if you're the type of person that spends money anyway, doesn't matter what it is. If you're going to be the type of person that spends money anyway, right? Like if you have a video game that you like to play on your phone and you spend, and there's a lot of people who spend a lot of money on video games. You spend $200-$300 a month and you're like, I can't do that anymore. I'm not getting anything out of it. Buy some silver, buy some gold, buy a numismatic piece, right? Because you have something that you can hold. There's something there. So if you're one of those people that just has to spend money because it's there and you have it, then put it in something like silver or gold. You can do that. But I mean, I used to play a game. I'm going to share too much information. I got the name Frostbyte from a game that I used to play. It was a Match 3 RPG, and I would spend between 100 and 250 bucks a month on that game.
Wow.
Kid you not. It's just, it was fun. And there were a couple times during the stint of that game, and I've got videos on it, where I was rated number 1 in the world. Because it was a new game. I had a really good mind for strategy, and I was rated number 1 in the world for about, 10 minutes, 15 minutes at a time.
You're 15 minutes away.
Well, but that's how this game works. There's so many people playing it, you're never going to stay there. But I could anytime, and we would do challenges within our group, and would see who could get there the fastest and who could stay there the longest. And I enjoyed doing that. I didn't mind spending the money. I had the money. It was not a big deal. But the problem is that when I came back, I started doing my budget, and I was like, where's all my money going? And I was like, holy crap, I'm spending $200 a month on this game. No, I can't do that anymore. And I quit playing it because it was a total waste. Yeah, it's unreal. So I was like, well, I want to get back into coin collecting. I want to do stuff because I need to make sure I'm setting stuff aside. And so I started collecting coins again, but I started collecting stuff that I wanted, but I started stacking some silver. And when I was doing that, initially, I wanted to go crazy and buy a lot of stuff, and I put myself in a really bad place. So don't do that to yourself. But again, that whole credit card thing. If you can do it, you can do it. If you're good with that, do it. But for most people, it's not a smart strategy, and I just cannot stand behind it. I can't recommend it. So, but Eric, if you guys can do it, by all means.
I do it. I don't do it on everything, but look, when I go grocery shopping, I always charge everything, and then I pay it off at the end of the month.
Oh, I
don't charge anything else. That's just it. If I buy coins, I pay cash for them.
Yeah. See, you're disciplined, right? And that the discipline really does matter. You've got to be disciplined to do that. I'm learning that discipline, but I hadn't had it for a long time.
Or you can find coin dealers that will take payments too, you guys.
On some stuff, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Especially if it's something that they're having a hard time selling.
Mm-hmm.
And you want it?
You want a good strategy? This is something that I learned a long time ago. When I first got into the hobby, and I was talking to a couple people. Matter of fact, Paula, you were sitting at the table. Ida was there. Blue Ridge, Seeker, we were all sitting around the table, and Seeker told me something, and he's like, you've only been in the hobby a short time, and we had Coin Crew and Blue Ridge and you and me and Shay and all having dinner at wherever the heck we had. I can't even remember where we ate. And he was like, the one thing I recommend is if you're going to be buying coins, buy what you can afford. And then when you find the coin that's the upgrade, sell that coin, add a couple extra bucks, and buy the upgrade.
That is a good strategy. It's something I can't do.
A lot of people can't. And
I end up having 100 coins of the same thing.
The person who does that really, really well is in the community. We're good friends. I give him a lot of grief. His jokes are worse than mine. And that's Ringmaster Ray. Ringmaster Ray swears by that process. And so if you look at what he does, he upgrades and then he sells them. He sells 4 or 5 coins. You get the one really nice one that he wants. If you guys have seen Hidden Numismatist, Hidden he collects some amazing stuff. Does the same thing. He'll spend money out of his pocket, but he will take those few coins and he will make sure that he sells them. Sometimes you can sell them for a profit. Sometimes you just get out from underneath them. But you can take that. But again, you have to be disciplined, right? Get that stuff, put it together, and upgrade that coin. It is a great strategy, but again, you got to be disciplined to do it. Now, there are people like Paul and Eric, hint, hint, wink, wink, that can't do that because they can't let go of their coins.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at, I'm working on my office and I stacked a bunch of stuff on our guest bed.
I'm joking with Paula because Paula can let go of her
it's
coins.
true. It's true. I'm a hoarder, but
So
I also don't like fill books. Like I don't put
I don't do
sets
books.
together. So I buy like individual things. So when I buy something, I like to set money aside, and I have a budget. And then if there's a coin in particular that I really, really, really want, then I will save up for that.
Yeah.
And then I will just buy it outright. So
That's what I do. That's why I bought the 84 double die.
yeah.
I had looked, 25 years I've searched for it, never found one.
Me too. Invisible. I always ask him the same thing. So if you guys haven't seen Hidden Numismatist, go check out Hidden. I'll put if I can have one of the if I have a mod in, I don't know if me or somebody that's do it, but if I can have one of my mods pull up Hidden Numismatist, I can actually I'll do it myself. Hidden has some amazing coins, and he does a lot of.
You wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know it with the way he begs for stuff. But
Say that again.
nothing.
Right.
Nothing. Carry on.
What do you mean you wouldn't know it?
Nothing. Anyway, carry on. I'm just being mean. I need to shut up.
You don't like Hidden?
He's nice. He's nice.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing.
Yeah, but he's got
Sometimes
some great shorts. He shows some great coins.
Is pretty loud, Paula, just so you know.
I know. Don't prod me. Don't prod me.
Somebody has to.
I know. No, it's a there. We have history. Let's put it that way.
That's one thing about this that's really great, right? One person's battle doesn't have to be carried on by somebody else.
Well, unless they try to carry it on with everybody else and bring everybody else into it and make everybody hate you.
Yeah.
Some people will do that. They'll jump on the bandwagon and form a gang.
I got no time for that stuff.
Yeah. For 4 years.
Nice. Yeah, I got no time. I got too many other important things to do, like try to unhoard my hoardiness.
Exactly.
Hey, vote for Pedro. What's up, brother? Good to see you.
Vote for Pedro. Good morning.
Hope you're doing well.
Anyway.
Hey, Pedro, I want to connect with you sometime
guys.
today.
Enjoy those coins.
I've got a video idea and I need your assistance. It's regarding vets and the hobby. So if you have some time, I know we have each other's numbers. If you can reach out to me, let me know what time you have available today. I'd like to reach out to you and chat with you. If you don't mind, that'd be great.
I love you.
Do a little bit of collab work. I would be very appreciative of that. All right, we'll do, bud. Thank you. I'm going to be including a couple other channels for people that I know are vets that really support the men and women in uniform and those who have come before us to pave the way for freedom. So I'll be reaching out to a couple other people. But vote for Pedro. I definitely want to do.
Hopefully that is not lost in November. I'm fearful.
What do you mean?
But anyway, the freedom and the things that people have died for us.
Yeah. No matter what way it goes, it's not going to be good anyway. So
yeah.
I'm a non-supporter of everybody in this election.
I hate everybody equally.
That's right. I'm an equal opportunity hater.
Yeah, well,
that's enough politics. That just made my
yeah,
back
I was
shiver.
just about to say that.
Anyway,
anybody who knows me knows where I lean. But
I need to shut up about. I'm
That's
gonna go
okay,
grab some more
Paula.
coffee. I'll be right back.
That's okay. I just mute you. He doesn't have a super mod wrench on this one. Although I do need to give my super mod privileges to one of my members who has been extremely helpful over the years, and I'm not going to announce that, but that person will be seeing notification here shortly for all the good stuff that they've done. Actually, there's going to be two of them, but anyway, they'll be saying that. Seven Stacks, I didn't see you come in. How are you doing, Seven? I hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you being here. Actually, you know what I need to do? I need to go through and say hi to everybody who's come in. Well, let's do a how do you do. If you are in chat, please do me a favor, put something in there so that I can actually see your name as it pops up. That will help me to just say hi to everybody. Inkman78, Yoxnev, Invisible River, John Shank, Weldon Carey, Michael Wells, G Dub is in the house. What's going on? Scotty Aquati. I always want to call him Squatty Aquati.
I thought that's what his name was.
It's Scotty, not Squatty.
Oh.
It's Scotty Aquati, but I think of that, and then I think of the little Squatty Potty.
Squatty Potty.
You know what that is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know why every time I see his name, or her name, I want to say that. Malcolm is in the house. How you doing, Malcolm? Hope you're well.
Scotty Aquati is a she?
The Scotty Aquati is she?
I don't know. I thought you said him or her.
I said him or her. I don't know.
Oh. Well, with a name like Scotty, unless Scotty means Scottish.
You never know. It could be a name like Kim or...
It could mean Scottish.
No. So no.
No, No, you don't want seconds on your spaghetti. No what? No, you're not a...
So one of you just got notification of your inability to mod and then your re-ability to mod. I don't need you saying anything, but I want to say thank you for your work in the streams. So I've just given you what I call what's called managing moderator status. So to the person who has been there to really stand by and support, you should get that notification. I want to say thank you. So again, just to go through my channel members, ATS, AZ Coins, Chris G, Eunice Torres, Farm Dog, Gatita Oso, good day. How are you? Inkman78, Invisible River, James Schultz, Jeff Davis, Scotty Aquati, Storica, Thomas tripped on a nickel. Good day, sir. Wendy and Yoxnev. To the others, Brown Sugar. I need to try to figure out how to get you a membership. Captain Stacks, good day. The Striders in the house. Matt T, Michael Wells, Red Silver, Ronald Stewart, and vote for Pedro. I see the little eyeballs. Siren, thank you so much for being here. I already hit James Schultz. I did. Let's see if I got everybody. I think I've gotten everybody. But anyway, thank you all for being here, for all the wonderful kindness that you show the channel. I do appreciate it.
Do.
He said do.
He said do.
Yeah. Too much fun. So what does everybody else want to talk about? Anything in chat that anybody has any interest or questions on?
Can we talk about the DC coins that or metals that they're going to be making? Because I have a theory.
Okay.
Fire away.
I have been going to the movies, and I am seeing more DC and Marvel movies coming out. One by one. We had Deadpool and Wolverine, and now Captain America is going to be coming out, and it looks like there's a little teaser about Hulk at the end there. Coincidental? Probably not.
Oh, no, I can already tell you the answer to that.
No.
100%.
Coincidental.
The United States Mint, starting in the summer of 2025, opening with Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, are doing a 3-year DC character run. It's going to be 25, 26, 27, and it starts July 10th. They'll be running through, I can't remember what it is. That's like the end of August or whatever it is. and the Mint is going to actually vote on this particular series. So this is a United States Mint DC Hero thing. Yeah, that was announced in July.
Oh no, I know that. That's not what I said. I already know the coins are coming out. My point is it coincidental that the coins are going to be coming out and these new
At the
movies
same time as all the movies.
same time as all the movies?
No,
That's my point.
Yeah, it's the collaboration with Warner Brothers. It's all tied to the same thing. It's a 3-year project.
No, you're not. Anyway, I think I am having a failure to communicate.
There's a fox in the hen house somewhere, is what she's saying.
I'm having a failure to communicate here. Anyway.
Spit it out. Don't beat around the bush.
No, I said it. You're just not picking up on what I'm putting down.
Is it coincidental that the Mint is releasing coins the same time that these movies are all coming out?
Right.
I would say no.
It's
that
not.
somebody is profiting from it some way.
Warner Brothers.
So if you want to,
I'm talking about the other side of the channel. Somebody within the Mint made money
on what coin, because they're saying they're giving us some input on what we're like. We can vote on what the next 6 are coming out or whatever are going to be.
Back to politics.
But
Great Invisible River.
if you want a hint on what coins might be coming out, maybe keep a look at the box office for what movies are coming out, because I have a feeling they already know which coins are coming out with. Metals.
Well, if
the gold one's going to be a coin.
They're probably all done.
What's up, Kevin?
Yeah. Right. That's kind of what I'm
okay. I'm tracking what you're saying. You were referencing the Mint.
Right.
Yeah,
it's
not
coincidental that the DC stuff is coming out at the same time that all the movies are coming out.
Yeah.
Right.
I understand what you're saying. I wasn't going there because it was publicly released, but you were saying somebody's in somebody's pocket.
I still don't know why the Japanese government is not making Godzilla coinage. Everybody else makes it, but they don't make it.
You got to be careful. You can't say that thing. You'll get a strike.
I don't understand why they are doing another, like the DC Marvel stuff when it's been done a bunch of times already, instead of like a Fortnite or Fall Guys or something that the kids really are interested in nowadays. I mean, they like the comic book stuff and everything, kinda, but it's been done.
Well, they just released. Do I have it here? Oh, I do have it here. This one, right?
I mean, that would be like that shoot 'em up movie. What was it called? Something Vice.
That's the new Batman one that's honoring the 68 or the 86 or whatever the hell Batman movie it was. That one just came out. This is the one that's the old style.
Yeah, I mean
that one. It's the fat one. It's not the skinny battering that you used to see. So DC's making a big resurgence. They've
been doing these for years, though.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm talking as far as popularity. I think, but here's the thing. My personal opinion with that is this is all just cyclical. It's gonna come up and then they're gonna fall through the floor. I don't think that they'll be
I don't think that in any way, shape, or form this is going to bring more kids into the hobby. And I heard them talking about that. And I don't think that is in any way going to bring more kids into the hobby. Parents may buy them for their kids because they like them. The kid's going to go, oh, that's really neat. What does it do? Can I wind it up? Can I shoot it? Can I put it in my Nerf gun and shoot it? What can I do with it?
I still think if you want to sell 1 ounce DC silver from the U.S. Mint to kids, you release a San Francisco minted dime, 2 million of them, and let them get $10 a piece and spend it on stuff like that. Because that's what happened with the W quarters. Everybody's like, they knew, hey, $10 is $10.
Put something out there and put a bounty on it or something. I don't know.
They don't have to. Everybody else puts the bounty on it. I mean, even now,
that's true.
What's the W quarter worth? $10?
Yeah.
Well, I've been saying that about the
And they could do
2026.
that every single year if they were actually concerned about where they could even do it with the innovation dollars or something like that. Make some weird thing to put out there so everybody starts looking at innovation dollars.
Yep.
I mean, make 10,000 of them in silver.
Yep.
And have them randomly placed around the country.
They could strike a mule coin. They could.
Yeah.
I mean, there's all kinds of stuff they could do. They have the Great American Coin Hunt every single year. They could do something special for that. That's when they put the W quarters out, was for the Great American Coin Hunt.
Yeah, there's so many great opportunities that are being missed.
You know why? Because they don't talk to everyday collectors. They don't talk to people who know what gets them excited, what they would like to see. They're out of touch.
That on lobbyists.
Yeah.
They've got people from DC probably saying, hey, this is a great idea. You should pay us to make your coins.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
exactly
the regular collector can't go up and say, hey, I'll take you out to dinner and propose all this stuff to you.
Yeah.
Right.
Not that that's how it works, but
Morning, David.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. I don't want to get a strike or whatever you called it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Well, and again, it's one of these things where I listen to Paul and I have talked about this ever since the semi-quincentennial opportunity came out for us to vote.
Oh yeah,
and it's like they didn't want our feedback. It was just a way for people to think that they actually were listening to them.
The first two meetings they had on the YouTube, I watched. I won't waste my time because it's just a bunch of political BS.
Mm-hmm.
They don't give a crap about what coin is coming out. They give a crap of how does Homeland Security feel about this being on the coin. Mm-hmm. And I understand they got to go through that, but that's ultimately what they care about, is what their colleagues in other departments think. And that's what I got out of the whole thing. The one person that actually talked about the coin, they basically were like, we'll see.
Yeah. So. They don't have but again, the U.S. Mint is not in the business of appeasing the collector. Right. And we've talked about
as heck want our business.
Yeah.
Right. And so the U.S. Mint is in the business of not losing money.
That's exactly right.
In their charter.
That is their legal requirement. Their U.S. Mint has to be profitable. It's invisible. It's more than just that they're government. It's that in the Coin Act, if you read legislation, every one of the books, every one of the laws, every one of the articles that you go through, so you have, and you can look through a bunch of these. If anybody's really interested in it, I can really break it down if this is something you really want to dig into. But every one of them states that the U.S. Mint must be profitable. They must be profitable by X amount.
Right.
And in that, it requires them to look at the cost of machines. It needs to look at the chemicals, the durability of the coin, how much they're going to have. All of that is law, right? Once that passes through, they submit this and it goes through, it becomes law. It's not one of those things where these are just recommendations that the U.S. Mint should follow. They're required by law to meet these things. And so what they need to do is the Mint has the capability to provide input. And the Mint, if the Mint really wanted to appease the people, they could go to Congress, they can go and represent themselves and say, hey, we really the public wants this. And there are people in the legislation that would make that happen, right? It might not happen for a few years, but they're really not that concerned about it. The U.S. Mint is not concerned about the collector.
You do some little gimmicky thing that's technically not a gimmick. You just have West Point or San Francisco, even something from Philadelphia or Denver, you could bring them into it. Do something that is literally just a little bit different, like make 1 million coins with a privy mark on it.
The V75.
Or something like any type of privy mark.
Yep.
That's just adding something to some dies. It really is not going to cost you or change anything in any of the ways that you operate. But in return, you're going to have people looking at that, and then they're going to say, "Hey, this is great. I made $100 off of this." Then they're going to show interest in what the U.S. Mint might be doing. They might not, but let's say Publix or Kroger, they don't get people interested by saying, "Hey, our groceries are the most expensive." Yeah, right.
Oh, you didn't know I tore my rotator cuff, and I just moved my arm a certain way.
Sure you weren't having a heart attack.
No.
I know it's the wrong side, but
I tore my rotator cuff, both front and back, so subscapularis and supraspinatus, and then I have an inclusion in my bicep, and I just happened to turn the wrong way, and it was like, nah. Oy, 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 oy. Yeah, so anyway, it's done some sharp things down my hand, so I apologize.
Yeah, it didn't look fun.
No, and when it fires off. It's just horrible. John Shank just broke his left arm. That's not good. What happened, John? The alias you said. Oh, I've got to fix that. I need to fix that in the Nightbot. Paul, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here. You want to read private chat?
Hold on.
Just broke my left arm. It's in a soft cast. Ouch.
I got thrown off a cherry pick. Oh, that's no good. Pulling a boat off of a truck. It dropped straight to the ground and shot me up in the air.
Oh, I remember you saying that.
That's no good. Man.
Yeah, just
pulling
so when are you going to start your road to 5,000 subscribers, Frostbyte?
I'm at 4,100. When I get to about 45, I'll probably start doing some pushes. But yeah, I'm gaining pretty steady. It's I'm doing pretty good. So, but yeah, I've got to
get them views up, man.
The problem is that a lot of my stuff is coming across shorts, and I'm seeing people from the shorts come over, like a few, but my views, I've only got a few videos that have really, really taken off.
And the shorts really don't contribute anything but membership.
Yeah.
I just want people to subscribe that are going to watch, man.
Yeah. And so
kind of like the TikTok phenomenon. Yeah. They just look at 10 seconds and swipe and go to the next video.
Yeah. But again, for me, there's two avenues for what I want to do. And if anybody thinks I'm in this game to make money, then I mean, there's other ways to make money on YouTube.
I can assure you,
talking about making coins.
They're not making money. None of these channels make money.
Very few of them. Yep.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I have a full-time job.
Memberships have helped a lot of people. But...
Yeah, but there are two things I want to do. Number one, I want to inform people, educate, talk to people about what's going on, correct people's misinformation, kind of combat that, and do education. If I learn stuff, I want to share it. But the other one is I want to have fun. So this is why I'm doing the dad jokes and stuff on the shorts end. Most of them, not all of them, but most of them are coin related. And so
I heard a great dad joke. I don't remember it.
There's a lot of that stuff. I've gained a lot from that. But I've seen a lot of people from the dad joke side come over and start asking questions. Some of the questions that I've been answering, like some of the questions from yesterday, came from two people that came from my shorts feed, who are like, hey, I saw your stuff. You have jokes about coins. I've seen your coin channel. Wanted to ask you a question. I saw this and want to know about what's going on. So I am reaching out to a few people, but again, the channel is for me to do what I want to do and do what I enjoy.
Well,
I
your
have
channel's grown faster than like I don't remember the last time I saw somebody's subscriber count go.
Oh, it went up crazy for a
Yeah.
week.
well, you guys know what happened when I had the big jump, right?
Yeah.
You guys understand that there's a Indian software, and I'm losing a bunch of those subs. So if you guys look at my sub loss versus my sub gain, you'll see that they're straight, but I lose on average 15 to 20 subs per week from that.
Yeah, there was something in
shenanigans.
one of your titles that cross-platformed, wasn't it?
Well, there were two things. It's
the
kind of a
name,
combination of three things that
Frostbyte, yeah.
happened. So I changed my name on the back end to Frostbyte Coins. I got rid of the collectibles. You'll still see it everywhere. But on the back end, I changed it to Frostbyte Coins. At the same time that happened, there was an Indian cryptocurrency software that released within hours of me changing the software called Frostbyte Ice. It is a cryptocurrency software. It is a app that was done. And the same time, I also changed my banner. So I went away from the avatar kind of old school, whatever, started adding my face more, changed the coloration, changed the front of the screen. So I did a number of different things at the same time that they dropped this release. At the same time, one of my buddies pushed my channel, and he has an Indian channel. He has stuff that he does because he's trilingual. He speaks a couple different languages. And so he pushed me out. Well, I got picked up at the same time as this other program. And in 3 days gained like 1,800 subs. So I can account because I had no idea what the hell was going on. It was unreal. It was just go, 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 go. I went from 2,000 subs to 3,600 subs in days. Now I still have people that watch from the Indian side. I still get comments periodically, emails that I can't do, that I have to run through a translator. And I have some things in work to actually target other audiences, where they're going to be taking my videos and actually transposing them, hiring translators to transpose this, voice actors to go through and actually take this to other languages, primarily looking at Spanish is going to be the big one. And then looking at, it's not Spanish, it's the other one that they speak in Brazil, Portuguese. I got friends that speak both of them, and I'm working out deals to transpose that because I want to make sure that information's done. So I got things on how I'm going to grow my channel and stuff that I'm going to do. But that whole big monster boom was all about that snafu. But the rest of the growth from that 3,000 subs to where I'm at now, that's just been solid, steady growth. So, and I am growing pretty fast. I'm just not getting tons of view hours on my long-term format. And I'm trying to find ways to change that. So I'm constantly changing up my interface, constantly trying to change the way I do things. But again, if you listen to almost every channel that I do, every time that I go live, I'm promoting Livecoin Q&A. I'm promoting Copper Coins. I'm promoting Seeker. I'm promoting all these other channels because they're the experts. I'm not sending them to my videos. If you want to go watch my videos, watch my videos. I'm more in the thing about sharing information and making sure the people who are the experts are getting that information.
We're very like specific on what, like Copper Coins and
I am. My expertise is very specific.
Yeah, our channels are very kind of specific, and like you talk about everything.
Well, but that's the thing. So if
because
somebody comes to me and they
let's
want to
talk
know about metal detecting, I'm going to be sending them to somebody like Ringmaster Ray. If they want to do silver pouring, then I'm going to be sending them to a number of different people in the community that do silver pouring. If they want to know about Lincoln Cents, I'm sending them to Copper Coins. If they want to know about the 2-cent coin, I'm going to be sending them to Shay, right? If they want to know about, hey, how to identify a variety, I'm sending them to Livecoin Q&A. If they're asking questions about stacking and collecting and certain things, it depends on what in that hobby or what in that realm people are going to be looking for. And I'm going to be sending them to those people. I don't do what a lot of people do. And I'm not referencing you guys because you guys are very specific, but it's like, if you want to know about this, then you come in and you check this out. If you want to see this, you come in and do that. I cross everything. I'm in almost every community because I enjoy the community itself. Some of the stuff I do, people don't like. That's fine. You don't have to. I'm not trying to appease everybody. I'm doing what I enjoy and trying to share that across the board. So I am different. I'm trying to make this fun because not everybody's interested in varieties. So, what other things can we talk about? Some people are interested in the stories.
Just brought me down to earth.
But so the people that are, I'm making sure that I send them to you. If people really want to know about the process for the mint, I'm sending them to Paula. I'm sending them to Livecoin Q&A. So I have zero issue connecting people with the people who know. That's what I'm here for. I could care less. I want my channel to grow because I want to be able, if I can be a hub to everybody else who's the expert in those things, that's great. I really love counterfeit coins, but you know what? I found it better to send people to Jack Young. I sent people to Joe Cronin, to send people to some of these other experts because I don't have the resources to dig into this and I just don't have the knowledge and I really want to learn about it. I'm going to do and share the information that I get, but I am more interested in you getting the right information. I want to do all these things, but I just don't have the tools and the resources to do it. I'm going to connect you through my network.
The actual problem with the scopes are usually not the scopes, Invisible River. It's usually the lighting. Sorry, she asked a question.
No, that's fine. Who asked the question?
Invisible River. Yeah, the ring of lights. Don't use the light ring. That is not the right way to light. You're better off getting 2 little desk lamps and kind of trying to put them like in a half circle to try to mitigate shadows. That's what you're trying to work against, is trying to get the high spots not to show a bunch of shadows.
We need a scope maintenance show on proper alignment.
So, Ron, design and make Trump mugshot trucker hats, but I can't share it online. Get yourself a shop. Create yourself a shop. There's plenty of shops out there that allow you to support that stuff. There's a lot of different places to do that kind of stuff. So there's opportunities. YouTube, you might get shut down on some of this stuff. You might get shut down on Instagram for some of this stuff. It just kind of depends, but there are options for you to do stuff. I'm not an e-commerce person. I don't do selling of hardly anything. I won't do auctions and stuff like that. Now I go in and join that kind of stuff, but
are you Invisible River Ranch? Are you talking about the little lights on the scope itself? Because
the little light rings.
Turn that off.
Yeah, turn that off and use other lights.
Yeah, use an external source because those are terrible.
And it's easier to tilt the coin a few degrees than it is to tilt the scope a few degrees.
Mm-hmm. But the light is terrible on those anyway.
So if you guys want me to post something like an online store, I'm not going to let you just throw it in the chat.
Yeah,
okay, it doesn't matter. My moderators, I don't even let my moderators do it. If you want authorization to do something like that, send me an email. I'll vet it, and if I agree with it, I'll let you post it, or I'll post it for you. But I don't just let people post random stuff in my chats. I don't do that. There's too many opportunities for people to post stuff that leads you to negative items. But Ron, if you want to email me, send me the stuff, show me what you're doing, and I definitely don't mind helping people out in the community. So let me know. But yeah, email me, okay? Please, feel free. And you're referencing my luck. Yes, I am lucky. If you're referencing my luck, so. But I don't recommend people do what I do. Okay. I do what I do because I enjoy it. That's my business. I don't recommend anybody do it. I'm not going to explain it. I don't need to explain myself to anybody. I don't know that to anyone. But I will tell you this, I enjoy people in this community, and that's where I go. But I won't promote for certain reasons because I can't. Okay.
Yeah, it's just the type of light. It is invisible reverence. The type of light those are. They're just not good. You need
So-
better lighting.
Yoxnav, I hope that's not directed at me. Okay.
No. No, there's just
Anyway,
there's chat topics forming in the chat that probably don't need to be forming in the chat.
Now I'm just asking because if that's going look, you guys, I don't mind you guys talking about it. Okay. Yeah, I understand, but if
Well,
it's
it's not
point to
you.
talking, I'm going to address it. Okay. I don't pick on anybody. I don't hold anybody to anything. You guys do what you want to do. I'm telling you that there are certain things I won't do. Now, for instance, when it comes to going into debt for stuff, I don't put myself in that situation. I do what I do within my means. I know my budget. I know where I'm at. I know what I have. So I do that. This is why when we were talking about the credit card situation, I do not recommend to anyone to do that. If you have the capability to do so, then that's up to you. I'm not going to recommend it. But I don't want anybody pointing at me saying, hey, well, Frosty does this. I am my own individual. I can do whatever the hell I want to do, but I'm not going to recommend anybody do that. That's my point. Okay. I am me.
Stuart, I haven't seen you one time put ! Find me. I haven't seen you do that one time, and
Yeah,
that's
you
what
can do
the
this.
Nightbot instructions are. That's what the Nightbot instructions say.
And folks, do me a favor, okay? And I'm going to say this very, very kindly, okay? If you have a problem with me, email me, call me, text me. I got zero issue dealing with it, okay? If you want to deal with it publicly, we'll deal with it publicly. I have zero issue with that as well, okay? I have no problem with it, okay?
It's pretty simple. I mean, the Nightbot instructions you have on your Nightbot in chat that have been coming up the whole time are pretty simple. ! Find me. Other people are doing it. So I'm not sure why there's an issue.
Well, a lot of people may not know what the commands are, okay?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Oh, no, Ron, no. Okay.
You said, okay, I'm gonna.
My comment is not related to specifics. I'm looking at some of the things in chat. I am not talking to Ron. I'm not saying, hey, you're not doing this. If you aren't aware of what the commands are, just ask me what the commands are. This is the command to show your channel. ! Find me. If you want to do email, it's ! Email. Okay. That's fine. Okay. There you go. If you don't know what the commands are, just say, hey, I don't know what the commands are. Okay.
No, he said fix your bot.
I get it.
Nightbot says that people can drop their links. Fix your bot. And I'm saying, well, if you can read that the Nightbot says to drop your links, then you can read how it says to drop your link. I thought that was kind of
It's
rude.
it's just a misunderstanding. It's okay. It's not a big deal. We'll get this
Okay.
taken care of. Let's get back on track.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, John. Again, I'm not sure what
Hey,
that.
brown sugar.
Chris, what just happened? Oh, I need coffee now. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, folks, if I took this off rails or if I upset you, Ron,
Silver,
it's
I'm not
not.
trying to.
So yeah, again, it's probably a misunderstanding, and
I'm
that's
being
fine.
defensive of my friend. That's all, because
I get you, Paula. It's okay. And again, if you guys want to know what the commands are, what I need to do? I need to put in the description what all the commands are so that you guys can know what the commands are, because there's a lot of commands like the redeem that was just put in. I don't have a place to do that, so I don't actually have a. No, I get you. You're fine. You're fine. It's okay. It's okay. I don't have a place to list all the commands, so I need to have a place to do that. So we're good.
It is working perfectly. Exactly. Great, Scott.
That is on me. I will put together a list.
No, it's not.
Hold on, Paula. Let me explain. Okay. The lists that are in my channel, the various bots that are in my channel, I do not have a single list that allows everybody to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rectify that situation.
What do you mean that allows everybody to do that? What do you mean?
So do you know what redeem commands I have?
Find me, weather, whatever.
Yeah. Do you know what redeem commands I have, Paula?
No, but all I'm saying is that somebody wanted their link to their channel posted. That's it. And they said, your Nightbot's broken. And I said, no, it's not. There's a direction right in the Nightbot that says put exclamation point find me. And that's it. It's simple. It was just kind of snarky the way it was put into chat. The way it was put into chat was, your Nightbot says I can drop my channel link, but fix your bot. That's how I read it. Just like that. With that voice exactly.
Yeah,
I said the bot's not broken. It says right there.
Yeah, let's end this. I think it's gonna. I get what you're saying, and I appreciate you, Paula. What I will do is to alleviate that. I will do what Siren is recommending on the other side, or putting something in like help that allows a file to be pulled up and make sure that you can see what all the commands are. That is something that should be done. A lot of people will do things like, if you're doing auctions, you'll have a spreadsheet where you can see the coins. I will have a spreadsheet that's available for every stream that allows the various redeem commands, that allows the find me, the email, those kind of things. That'll kind of help people who misunderstand. I understand exactly what you said. I get it. I
think the problem is that your name that you have up here is not the same as your URL for your channel. That's why it's not bringing your channel link up. So I don't know how that works, how you can fix that, because he's got Ronald Stewart, but then his URL is at Mugshot Hat. So how do you fix that?
What do you mean? How do you fix that?
How do you make... So he is, when he puts exclamation point find me, your Nightbot won't find him because his URL is different than the name he has on the screen name he's using. So how can you make it so that his will come up with if he has a different screen name than his URL?
That shouldn't matter, because when you do it, it pulls directly from it.
His won't come up.
Well, but see, here's the thing. So if you look at my name is Frostbyte Coins and Collectibles, but my channel name, the official channel name is Frostbyte Coins. So when I do find me, you'll see Frostbyte Coins and Collectibles. Oh, no, you know what? It's going to come across. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering because the channel pulls that UCTZ SNFX. It doesn't pull the actual name. So see where it says his name, it says check out Ron Stewart here. Your channel name has nothing to do with that.
There, now it came up.
Yeah, it
Now
has no.
came up.
Yeah, but it has nothing
Wasn't
to
coming
do
up
with
before.
the channel name. If you enter in, if you enter in the exclamation point whatever, you can make a custom URL, but it's still it'll still do it. But what that does is when you do the find me command, it reaches out to see whatever your base is and then pulls from that. I could have, you know, 3 sheets to the wind as my name in here, but it would still pull up Frostbyte Coins because when it reaches out, it's going to identify that channel name. The only time that won't work is if you're not publicly shared. And you can set your discoverability to private to where you can't do that. That's the only time that the find me command shouldn't show up in chat is if they have gone through and removed that. Otherwise, it'll definitely work. I think the issue here was that when he was looking at it, and I understand your point, but when they were looking at it, they didn't see the whole find me thing. So to alleviate that moving forward, because if this was a thing that I just didn't understand the command or I couldn't find it, then yeah, that's okay. It's not a big deal. We can figure that out. But I can enter those commands to help resolve that. All I need to do is look at creating a spreadsheet that gives all my commands, and then you can enter it. People can look at it. They can open it at any time, find out what all the commands are, and then do that. Yeah, but see, that's the whole problem, Ronald. If people don't know what those commands are, there's no way for them to do that. And so I can be more specific, and in that Nightbot where it says to do that, then I can do that. Does that make sense? So, but anyway, it's 10 o'clock. We got live coin Q, or not live coin Q, excuse me. Coin Crew, good grief. Coin Crew is going to be coming up here in a few minutes. My wife just got back.
Tongue-tied.
Say again?
Says we got you all tongue-tied.
I'm still not hearing that.
I said we have you all tongue-tied.
Yeah, well, I don't like people being frustrated, and I'm trying to find a solution to alleviate stuff like this happening. I got squirreled by reading something in chat, thought I was seeing something, wasn't sure if I was seeing something, saw what it looked like, certain things were being said and done. I get frustrated by that because I don't want to be the source or promote contention. That's not the intent of what I want to do and be. So again, it's one of those things where I understand that people are trying to help or to say things. I jumped into something, didn't fully understand the full scope of the conversation, and I might have inadvertently started something, and I wanted to try to just stop it. I upset Paul, and Paula hit the wrong button, so she apologized for doing that. Paula was defending me, and I greatly appreciate the fact that Paula was defending me, but I think it came down to a miscommunication. You can't read tonality in chat.
That's right.
You can't.
Anyway.
And so I got frustrated because I'm trying to find solutions to something that I take time and process this. So, folks, I apologize for that. I didn't mean, if I frustrated you, I didn't mean to. But if you have a problem with me, then, dude, it's not you. It's we were doing a conversation. I was seeing something. I read something. I wanted to make sure something wasn't addressed. But if you have a problem with something, or it's like, hey, you want to pick on me that way, that's fine. If you're going to give me a ribbon, give me a ribbon. I don't mind being picked on. I can give it just as well as I can take it. But I really want to make sure that, lost in translation. Again, I definitely can do it. Do I see the siren? I see siren. What's siren saying?
And I got an idea for next weekend one day.
Okay, sounds good. So again, folks, great. Scott and I can get together and do that. But again, I don't mind having heated discussions. I don't mind having debates. I don't mind having things where people see certain aspects of things, but I don't want contention. Those things need to be worked through. And so when I see it, I get concerned about it, and I really want to make sure those things don't occur. And so again, I wanted to make sure we weren't there. Yeah. So Ron, I appreciate you. We'll go work through this. We'll take care of it. I do understand what's going on now. So we'll work on that. We'll rectify those situations. I'll get with great stuff, and I do appreciate it. Eric, I'll follow up with you on your idea.
Well, that's something that everybody should hear. One day next week, or even a couple weeks from now, people should send us what their favorite coin is or their favorite silver round is, and we should have a little discussion about that. Not like a Q&A, but hey, this is great, or this is why I like this, or this is, just a little more interaction. It was interesting. I get to talk about stuff on here that I never get to talk about. So you guys get stuff out of my head that's been there for 20 years. So I would be interested in knowing what Scotty Aquati's favorite numismatic thing is. Is it a silver round? Is it this or is it that? And then have maybe discussion to further in that direction.
That sounds like a really good idea. Yeah, that sounds like a really good idea.
And see, that's something that you would have to start preparing for weeks ahead of time.
Yeah.
Because they'd have to email you a picture. That's something you could do right as we roll.
No, yeah, that's definitely something that you'd have to get ahead of. It's like what Livecoin Q&A does with that. Other than this is more about the collectible side of things.
This is more of a discussion. Like, let's say it's, hey, I love this. It's a Godzilla round. I'm not a big stacker, but I love Godzilla. It's from my kid, from my childhood. Then you go into, hey, there's 400 different Godzilla rounds, stuff like that. And why would you like that over, I don't know, parrot round, because I like parrots.
Ron, you have to send me an email now. Ron,
just an interesting thing, because you get a lot of people that are not just penny collectors. They're not just coin collectors. There's stackers. There's people that metal detect. There's people that buy silver and melt it and make art out of it. There's all sorts of people in our community that we should talk about. And it just seems like something that would be neat.
Yeah, Ron Stewart, email me. You won the silver ounce. Email me and send me your address. No, I think that's a great idea. Brown Sugar just said, "What's the oldest thing you own?" I'm glad you didn't ask my wife that question. She would have said Frosty.
Oldest thing I own. I actually think it's an actual ceramic water pitcher.
Oh,
But I'm
yeah.
not
Here's the
sure.
thing, folks. That command happens random, so I can't choose. That is pulled by the bot. That is pulled off of stuff outside of me. That's why I utilize that command. There's no way to set that command up. You can't stage it. You can't choose it. You can't choose who the people are. This is why I use this. It's a stream bot algorithm. That's why I use the winner command. Only I can use it. It's not anybody else. I don't do the will because the wills can be rigged. Hint, hint, wink, wink, rig nation. But yeah, so that's why I do that. So yeah, he's a red silver's like, yeah. I still got to figure out how to get red silver a membership. I don't think he has them turned on. I think that's the issue. Sorry, Eric, I cut you off again.
No, I was done.
But
I just thought it was a good idea.
Let's flush this out. I think the oldest coin I own. Okay, now
She said the oldest thing you own.
oh, the oldest thing I own. So it would be a little tiger statuary from China that was given to me when I first got out of the Navy. Hold on just a sec. Let me grab it. I'll be right back.
Yeah, don't say wife. That's right, red silver. The thing is if my wife was as old as that water pitcher that I have, we would both be long gone. I'm pretty sure this water pitcher is from Germany from like the 1770s. Well, not Germany. I think it would be called Prussia back then.
That is the oldest thing I own. This is a hand-carved tiger from China. I have some information on it. It was given to me when I first got out of the Navy. I rented a home, and the first home I rented was from a Chinese couple, and they were very, very leery about renting me the home. My ex-wife and I, brand new, never own a place. They really didn't want to do it, but they were getting a new place. They really didn't want to do it. And I rented the home from them for about 2 years. Did tons of landscaping. It's from about 900. I think it's like 920 to 950. It's 1,000 years old. And I had replaced the water heater. I had added a water softener. I had redone all the landscaping. I had repainted the house. They had this old antique kind of 70s Art Nouveau kind of wallpaper. We had stripped the wallpaper, refinished all the cabinetry. Like I took care of this house, really turned it over. And when I told them that we were buying our first home, they didn't want me to leave. They were like, no, stay. And I had really put into that house. It was my first home ownership, and I really wanted to leave the house better than I got it. And they had shown me a favor. Now, they were charging me, now granted, we're talking about 1994, so in the 1997, 1998 timeframe, and rent at that time was about $780 for a 2-bedroom home. Because of where I was financially after getting out of the military, they dropped it down a little bit, and I paid 2 months up front. They knew we were kind of just pushing that, but they were really kind, and they really met us, and they would do stuff. And so I really, really worked hard to give them everything that I could do when I went in. I basically remodeled that entire home. And when they left, when we left, they invited us to their house and introduced us to their kids. We had seen their kids, but like never really met their family, met their parents, and they had just had us over. They pork spare ribs, uh, did an entire really neat dinner for us. And then he had three things, and he said, um, the honor, and I can't remember. I've got it written in Chinese somewhere. I've got to find it. I think it's in the box this came in. All my boxes get put away. But he said, the honor that you've shown me and my family deserves something of parallel. And there were two items that were sitting on a desk, and he told me that I could choose one. And one of them, it came with all the documentation. It was ivory. It came with all the documentation. And then there's this other one, and I'm not going to live give all the information of this particular item, but I've got documentation of ownership for it. And said, you can choose. And I chose that. And he smiled and he was like, good choice. And he started telling me about the history of this. And this had came from, 15 generations in his family, and where it was carved, and the city that it was carved in, and what had happened. And it was just a fabulous, fabulous piece. And he showed me a level of kindness. It's probably not just the oldest, but it's probably the most, if everything I was as a person was tied into something, this would be its representation. Not because it's a tiger, but because of the graciousness and the kindness that they showed me. I'm going to get choked up, so I got to stop. Because yeah, it was, when I found out how old it was, I about died. Because it was kindness beyond what I knew. I was just trying to be a good steward of what they had allowed me to stay in. But their kindness far exceeded that. So, yeah, very cool. And for those of you that don't know, I spent a lot of time in Japan while I was in the Navy. So I really enjoyed Asian culture and understanding some of the stuff that was there, and understanding some of the very tumultuous history between Japan and China, and what happened, some of the atrocities that occurred on both ends. And so to understand what was going on and hear one side of a culture dynamic, and then to be a tenant of somebody who is in the other side of that, really taught me a lot about taking people's belief in culture for granted, and making up my own mind about who people are and what they believe and who they can be, and not rely on the experience of others to make up my own mind about who people are. And so, yeah, Strider, from Indonesia, right? Again, so I have friends of every nationality. I don't care who you are. If you are a good, solid person, and you have a heart to be better and do better and do things for good people, then most likely we're going to be friends. And so, but again, understanding the tumultuous history and time, there was a time when I was young, growing up, understanding all the stuff that happened in World War II, being in Utah, and understanding the Japanese camps that were there, and understanding the stuff that they went through. When I went to Japan, I really wanted to understand what the culture was. And so, yeah, I mean, I love culture, but this piece, it means a lot to me. So, but thanks for asking, Brown Sugar. Sorry. I'm tied to this piece. It means a lot to me. God, how do you get Frosty choked up? Have him talk about people who've made an impact. Sorry, folks. Anyway, so Frosty's numismatic or small collectible roach. Exactly.
No, that was the exact meaning of what I was saying.
Yeah, I know. One person I would love, And this is something that I have been talking with her for a long time. No, I haven't been drinking already. I'm an emotional person. I believe in kindness and grace, and I think that a real man can show emotion. I really do. I think it shows that he is comfortable with who he is. And stories like this, they mean a lot to me because this was somebody I would never be able to have something like this. It was just awesome. But a person that I want to do this with is Ida Herring.
Sure.
When Ida comes back, this lady has some amazing, amazing collectibles. And not only does she have some amazing collectibles, she is an awesome. Hey, Ernest Edwards, have a great day. Thanks for coming in. She's an amazing lady and has some amazing collectibles. I would love to do some collectible stuff. So, Eric, I think that idea is a great one. Something we've talked about, just never done it. And I think you're onto something there. I think it's time.
I would love doing it. That's for sure. And I think Paula would be good at it too.
Red Silver, yeah, because she's got a lot of elongated, semi-numismatic. What's the
weird collectible stuff?
Yeah, but what does she call exonumia? She's got a lot of exonumia stuff. So, but yeah, when Ida's a little bit better and she's done, I think she's going to be returning around the 2nd of September. Then I'll work with her and start talking to her about this. This is going to Bifrost. She would kick my butt. She's already seen it and taken claimed ownership of it. So that's not going anywhere. But yeah, good morning, Frosty in chat. Hey, 9 for 9 with the $10 super chat. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Again, earlier in the stream, Robert Pintoff was gracious earlier in the month and donated 50 memberships. And I've done about 20 of them already. So you're going to continue to see me gifting memberships. So if you've received a membership from me in the last 2 weeks, it's came from Robert Pintoff. So huge shout out and a thank you to Robert Pintoff for this channel support. I definitely appreciate you. Southern Coin Hunter, pennies. Wow, what's going on, Southern Coin Hunter? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming in. Strider will do. She's working right now. She'll be back with her mom. But yeah, Robert. Yeah, that dude's lucky too. All right, folks. Well, I'm going to wrap it up. So if you haven't already done so, if I can have one of my moderators throw in Coin Crew, Frostbyte. My son has claimed all my Viking. Oh yeah, when they figure out what it is they like. My daughter loves anime. If you guys have seen her drawings. Oh, by the way, holy smokes! If I don't do this, I'm going to get beat. My daughter is Bifrost Artworks, and she is at 55 subscribers. Can you guys do me a favor? Can you go show her some love? Go comment on one of the little videos that she's done. She comes in probably in a couple weeks. We've been talking about doing another live stream where it's just her and I, and she's going to be spinning the wheel. We'll be doing the exclamation point winner command, and we will be drawing. She'll be doing digital drawings mashups and sending them to everybody via email. We're not going to be shipping them, but then you can take those and then you can take them to a print shop and do them. Some of the stuff that she has done has been fabulous. She's, if you guys have seen her draw stuff, it's been amazing. But if you guys can go over and sub her up, let her know that Frosty sent you. I greatly appreciate you. What I'm trying to do is get her to where she can have her community page, so that she can start sharing stuff on her community page, some of the art that she's done. She does take requests. If you have a request for a certain cartoon character or an anime character or stuff like that, reach out to me. We'll discuss it, talk about what's going on. Ask vote for Pedro. Vote for Pedro. We sent something to each one of his kids. And good grief, the piece that she did for the youngest one was just amazing. Like, I was like, holy crap. She does some amazing stuff. So again, if you are looking at doing that, then definitely want to make sure. Check license on the open source community page. Will do. I
Anyways,
had my
I gotta run. My
Gonzo
wife
framed,
is
OC
calling,
Stacker
Frosty.
said. Say again?
I got to run. My wife is calling. I got to get, I got family coming over in a half hour. So I will see everybody next weekend, hopefully.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. You guys have a great day.
We'll see you. Ron says the DOTS is licensable. I'm not sure what that means. Community comments. Oh, I got you. Yeah, we need to start making sure that she needs to start licensing some of her information before she posts it. But this stuff like this is just she's sharing it with everybody just to kind of help people know. But she is going to start doing some copyright stuff with her work. We need to definitely make sure we get that stuff taken care of. All right, folks. Well, you all, Coin Crew is in there. Please let him know Frosty sent you. And for all the frustration today, I apologize. Paula, I love you a bunch. Thank you for the defense. Ron, sorry for the frustration. Yoxnev, if I misunderstood you, I do apologize. I just don't want to cause any dissension in here. I'm about having fun and enjoying people, so we'll get there. It all works out in the long term. But y'all, take care of yourself. Be well, be blessed. Know that I love y'all. I will see you guys in the streams